Hey guys, it's Roxy. Hey, I am in the middle of Chalice in Idaho, and we are on our way to Missoula tomorrow because I need a new tire. Okay, so a quick story I wanted to share with you guys. How does my motorcycle passion, how does anyone's passion and hobby really relate to our businesses? And I actually have some really fun analogies. So much quiet time on the road today, riding through the hills and not having any kind of really Wi-Fi, so there was no music. So you guys are absolutely going to love this, because whatever your passion is, whatever your hobby, whatever your love is, you're going to be able to relate to this, okay? So you guys are going to have some fun with me. So the very first thing when I was thinking about this today is understanding that when it comes to motorcycle riding and when it comes to building our businesses, the pace of the leader sets the pace of the pack, okay? And I was thinking about this because even though I am riding my own motorcycle and my husband's out front and I'm kind of in the cradle, and our best friend Frenchie, he's in the back behind me, the leader of the pack sets the pace for everything that's going on. But we all ride our own motorcycles, and we don't expect a newbie to not be able to keep up with the pace. And I was thinking about this when it comes to our building our businesses. Is that not also true, that the leader, that pace of the leader sets the pace of the pack? But there's things that we can do to keep our team members plugged in, to keep ourselves happily riding safely along the road. And one of the favorite things that I like to do is I will actually come up and I'm gonna ride up to Bob and I'm gonna touch base with him, okay? And then sometimes I'll fall back and I'll check in on Frenchie. So I'm thinking about this. That's how we can be building our businesses, right? Come up and touch base with your leader, and then fall back and touch base with your team. The pace of the leader sets the pace of the pack, okay? So I thought that was the very first fun analogy as I'm going down the road through the sweepy corners along the Salmon River today. It was absolutely amazing. And then, because I need a new tire, we're heading into Missoula tomorrow, and I need a new tire on my bike. And I was thinking about that. How can bike repairs relate to our businesses? Whatever passion, whatever hobby you have, this is very relatable. The bike repairs is something I have to do anyway. It's like we love our house, we have to get a new fridge. We love our bike, we love our passions. Maybe you need some new tires on the travel trailer. Maybe you need some new shoes on your horses. I happen to need a new tire on my bike. So that when it comes to investing within ourselves. So maybe if we're thinking about this, we're investing in the repairs of our motorcycle, and then we're going forward and we're taking care of ourselves. So we're investing in our businesses. Does that make some sense? So investing in my bike is also investing in my future, is in taking care of myself. And so is investing in ourselves when it comes to courses, when it comes to classes, when it comes to going to events, maybe it comes to buying a book, all those kind of fun things. Your bike repairs and the repairs for your passion, to keep your passion alive and thriving, is just part of investing in ourselves, investing in our kids, okay? So analogy number 3. I am not riding the bike that I started my adventures with, okay? Over the years, I am not riding the bike that I started with. I remember stealing rides and getting this passion about motorcycling in my teenage years when I stole rides from my brother on his 50cc Honda. Have you guys ever ridden one of those teeny little 50cc bikes? Or maybe you had a 250 Rebel, or maybe you rode a different motorcycle. But the bike that I have now is not the bike that I started with. And it's okay to change, okay? My 750 Honda that I bought, back in 2006, changed into a Harley Fat Bob. And then the Harley Fat Bob turned into a 2011 Tri-Glide. So we're thinking about this within our businesses. It's okay to change our business too. Our passions and our wants and our needs can shift and change. So it's okay to sometimes make a shift within your business that's going to suit you, okay? You guys remember that I'm totally blind in this eye. Remember that? Okay? So for me, I don't have any depth perception. 2 wheels was a struggle. 800-pound bike loaded up, backpack going through Wyoming, and having no depth perception in slow corners and slow maneuvers and gas parking lots and stations, restaurants. Sometimes it was hard to keep hers upright because even a few degrees you're going to go over. So to keep myself happy, I bought a Tri-Glide. okay? I can pack as many sunglasses and as many sundresses and shoes as I want. And, you know, so the bike that I started with is not the one that I have now. My needs changed, okay? So it's okay to also, therefore, then change your business as your needs change. So going into different strokes for different folks. If you guys are getting some value, wave at me, say hi. Mashals and Motorcons, definitely say hi. I'm coming in live today from Chalice, Idaho. So different strokes for different folks. Did you know how many dozen different motorcycles there are out there on the road, on top of other three-wheelers out there, or freewheelers, whatever you want to call it? There's different strokes for different folks, okay? Some people want cross-country bikes, some people want enduro bikes, some people want dual purpose, some people want cruisers, some people want crotch rockets. There's different businesses models out there for all of us too. I happen to want one that I can work 100% from my phone. You know, I have a new customer today on the road, you know, in the middle of nowhere with no Wi-Fi, and I checked my email when I got in, and I gained a new customer on the road via social retail. I don't have to, you know, work my business through vendor events. I don't have to stock my cupboards full of hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of products. There's different businesses out there for different models. I didn't want to be out of the home in the evenings. I didn't want to be a party girl. I didn't want to carry product. I didn't want to be gone to markets, okay? So for me, social retail, following a very simple 1, 2, 3 system is very flexible for me on the road, okay? So do something that scares you, okay? There's been some roads that I have ridden that have scared me, okay? I rode, not this trip, but the last trip, we were riding a road in Colorado, and it was on the top of a ridge, right, Elaine? Remember those ridges we would ride on the horses, and there's a cliff on this side and there's a cliff going on that side, and we're riding basically the top of the ridge, which was the mountaintop. So do things that would scare you a little bit if we're thinking about that, because the growth comes from challenges. Now today, riding along the river, it's a sheer drop off. The white line on the side of the road was the edge of the road that goes into the river, and the other side is a cliff going straight up. So do something that scares you a little and challenges you, because you know what, that's where the growth is going to come from. Maybe do it a little bit slower, maybe drop a gear, maybe within your business do something with a little bit more purpose and intent, taking that time to reflect and analyze. But when something scares you a little, you know you're going to grow from it, and the next time it's like, well, I did that. You know, my leader of the pack, who's leading me, my husband, at the front of it, he's telling me, that was awesome, you did great. It's like, you know, you were just going through those swoopy corners, that was awesome. And, you know, I wasn't kicking up any rocks to Frenchie behind me. It's like, yeah, you were great. You're dodging all those rocks all over the road. So do something that scares you within your business a little and grow from it. You are going to learn, and you're going to be so excited because you did it. You did it. You did something that was a little scary and you survived, okay? Whether it's live video, whether it is making that blog for yourself, maybe it is, you know, deciding to try a new product, maybe it is trying, you know, reaching out to me and asking me what the heck social retail is. You know, do something that's a little bit scary, ask those questions and grow from it, okay? So I think we're on analogy number 5 or 6, chrome, okay? Now, each bike is its own individual piece of art. If you ask a motorcyclist, it's their baby. Just like our horses, when I was a kid, we would have silver on our show halters or our saddles. There was something that was unique to that, a chrome or a paint job or an accent piece within your on your bike or on your gear. Create something very unique. Create something that is going to create that extra little bit of visibility, very different, okay? Which is part of our branding. If we're thinking about this on the business aspect, what makes me very unique and different on my motorcycle also creates that same difference within my business, where I'm allowed to differentiate myself from the norm out there. I'm allowed to stand out and shine, because I don't want to be seen as the norm out there. If you're roaming across the hillsides and it's all the same trees, and all of a sudden you see an aspen tree in amongst all of the fir or the pine, it's going to pop out at you. You're going to see it, okay? You want to use your natural tendencies and nuances to do something unique within yourself, okay? People spend thousands of dollars on chrome or special paint jobs on their bikes. People also spend thousands of dollars or a lot of time and energy finding a way that we can be different from the masses, so we can be seen as that as that light, to be able to stand out and shine and be seen as that woman of influence, of integrity, of wanting to do the business in the very best and brightest and positive ways. Okay, so analogy, we're going to go into number 7. So preparing for success. Okay, we know that within, especially on motorcycle trips, I have a 6-gallon tank. Okay, my husband and Frenchie, they have 5-gallon tanks, I think. But my bike drinks so much more fuel because she's bigger. Okay, she's got 3 wheels and she weighs about 400 pounds more than theirs do. So I have to prepare for success. I have to know how far I can go in my day before I need more fuel. Both for myself, because there's only so far that Cliff Bars and grapefruit juice is going to take you in your day, but you have to prepare for your success. You have to, be prepared for your trip. You have to have the right maps. You have to have some planning. You have to have thought of where you're going to spend the night, where your next gas station is going to be, where you're going to need a brand new tire like I did, or where you're going to have to get repairs if you do. So we're thinking about that also within my physicalness, okay? I had to make sure I was doing push-ups and squats and tricep dips, strengthening my upper chest muscles, because riding a trike is kind of like riding a quad. There's a huge amount of upper body strength that I have to use. So I had to prepare myself for success. Ask yourself within your business, what are you doing to prepare for success? Are you attending the webinars? Are you popping in on team calls? Did you read one of the books that was recommended from your leadership groups? Have you been plugging in on some of the challenges? I know that we are in part 2 of our July ramp up to Rocket Challenge. We're in follow-up. First of all, we're in prospecting, and then we're in follow-up, and then after July 20th, we go into closing. And this is a team of over 400 people. And like John Melton says, we're the faster growing team within social retail is because we're always creating challenges and activities and bonuses and giveaways and mini trainings, and really plugging into our team and giving them every tool that they need for their success. So how are you preparing for your success? What are you doing, okay? Because eventually you got to throw your leg over the horse, you got to throw your leg over your motorcycle, or jump into your business and do it. Launch it and go, okay? And ride happily into your future. Which leads me into vision, okay? I know when I am working my business and when I'm riding my motorcycle, we are encouraged to live in the present, right? Bob knows, he's over there, he's going to have a beer and relax a little bit with Frenchie. They know I'm going to pop in and do this video. But I have a vision for my business. I have a vision for my future. And when I'm riding my motorcycle, I'm actually riding several hundred feet ahead of me. And you know why? It's because I'm looking for the roadkill on the road. I am looking for, something that might jump out at me. Maybe another motorist is looking down at their phone. Maybe another motorist is, talking to their spouse or trying to give their baby a soother or plugging in some music, and they're distracted. Who's going to drive out in front of me? Is that deer up there in the shrubs, or is that just a black stump, or is that black stump a bear? I'm thinking about what's ahead of me all the time, okay? Because in my present, right now and right here, I'm running my bike by gut and heart and instinct, but I'm running my business and I'm riding myself into my future. I'm looking at what's ahead of me hundreds of feet down the road, because that's what's really going to impact me and my ride, okay? And same thing within our business planning, within your passions and your hobbies. We have to be planning for our future. We have to be living our business in a futuristic state, because we know everything that we're doing today is going to bring us much more swifter to our tomorrows. So if we're doing the same old, and you're not getting the results that you want, if you have a business and you're just going through the routine and you actually want your business to do something and it's not, you need to stop and question your activities. Because is this vision of your activities giving you what you want? Are you headed in the direction that you want for what you want your business to do? Do you want just a couple $100s a month? Do you want a couple $100,000 a month? Do you want to get out of the parties? Do you want to be home on the weekends with your spouse and your kids? What kind of business model do you have, and how is that fitting for you, for your vision that's going to fit your future? Start planning now and start digging into it so you can do the right planning, okay? So these are some of the analogies I was thinking about on the road today. It is a gloriously hot day here in Idaho. Like I said, we're headed to Missoula tomorrow. Gonna have some fantastic times. We're just gonna have a great time in Missoula like we always do. It's one of our favorite cities, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the sunny side of life there. Definitely say hi. If you guys got some value, if you had some fun with my analogy, let me know which one you like best, okay? And of course, if you're catching this on the replay, drop a 2, please, 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 pretty please. And of course, if you don't know what the heck social retail is, and if you don't know the power of being able to do business on the road, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from home, and grow your businesses, then reach out and ask me what the heck social retail is. I'm happy to share, okay? You guys have a fabulous evening, and I'll see you guys all on the sunny side of life tomorrow. Bye, guys.